It's amazing to me to watch people struggle on the range when they cannot get their rifle on paper. Hello everyone and welcome back to AmmoMart.com, where you can find real firepower online. Last week we shot a little M1 carbine, maybe with some mixed results. This week what I'd like to do is cover something that I find to be a very simple concept called bore sighting. You can, in the course of your range travels, meet people that just seem to struggle on the range getting their rifle even on the paper. They spend hours and hours, lots of times, trying to make sure the scope rings and mounts are not loose, and they just never seem to get off the struggle bus. Well, what I'd like to do is discuss a very simple way for you to correct that problem simply by using your own weapon system's natural bore line or bore sight line. It's a very simple technique, and I think you're going to be surprised about how quickly you can get on line and very close to the center of the bullseye. So what I'm going to do first is shoot a 350 Legend rifle from Ruger American. I've intentionally thrown the scope off, but only I know how far off it actually is, and then I'm going to try to catch up using a very simple technique. What I'm going to do as we look down range is actually fire on the target top left circle on the farthest most board to the left. So I'm going to make the rifle hot. Love 350 Legend. Increase some magnification so we can see what we're doing. Get one in there. Get everything lined up the way we want it. And take the poke. Now, I'm going to go down range real quick and show everybody, if you can happen to see, where the impact actually was. So, I was aiming top left circle, and as you can see the result. If you had a smaller target on the range, you won't even see that, and perhaps with no spotter, you'll have no idea what to do, and the hunt and peck will be on. So let's try a simple technique to get a lot closer. So what I have is lined the bore line or the bore sight of the gun onto the bottom target at the far left. Now, if I'm careful and I don't move the gun around, keeping that line of sight, I can change this dope on the scope or the turrets to match the bore and the lower left target. Once done, we'll be extremely close, which I'll demonstrate in a second. As you can tell, we've now switched the camera angle or view to what it would see through the scope, and you'll notice the reticle is barely on the paper and way high to the left. Not a good result. I'm adjusting the windage, and now I'm going to adjust the elevation. This would be better with a lead sled, but sometimes I go to the range without one of those. And I'm going to get very close here. Now I'm going to check the bore line again. Not too awful bad. Scope not too awful bad. And I'll bet you money we're going to be extremely close with the next shot. As you can see, we've now got everything lined up. The bore line or bore sight of the gun now matches what the scope sees center reticle. When I fire the next shot, I'm hoping to at least be in the black as compared to inches off. So what I'm going to do is go back to the top left target that we chose initially and see how close we are. I'm hoping to be in the black with that very simple technique. Let's find out. And we are close. Now all it would require is a little bit more fine tuning. I am just outside of black. I'm going to run another one just to see what the human element would be like. So if we go down range, you can see using a very simple technique, we're in gray, certainly able to see the impact and have a much better chance of fine-tuning the gun as we continue to fire. That's it. It's that simple. If you have a scope and you have access to your firearms or your rifle, whatever weapon system you're using, bore line or line of sight, then guess what? You can actually use this technique. Now, some of the shortcomings of it are, obviously it's going to work better at closer range. It's going to work better the more stable the platform you have to support the weapon system. The less contact you have with it while you're dialing turrets, all matters. But it's simple and it's effective. And I'm telling you right now, this is about 25 to 27 yards, depending on how you step it off. And you can go from miles off at 25. Imagine applying that miss at 50 or 100. If you start close using this technique, you're going to save time and money and frustration while you're getting your rifle on paper. I gave up long ago thinking that people know everything that they need to know about this stuff. So I hope some people found this helpful and not too elementary, but it's amazing to me to watch people struggle on the range when they cannot get their rifle on paper. Hope this helps you guys out. Don't be afraid to like and subscribe. So today I'm wearing some gear from Towers Armory in Toledo, Ohio. They're very good friends to the channel and very good friends to AmmoMart. If you guys can ever get into the Toledo area, stop at Towers Armory. They can shoot rifle, you can shoot machine gun, of course pistols, all indoors. They have a knowledgeable staff and a really cool vibe and awesome ownership. And let's be honest, in Raider Silver and Black, you cannot go wrong.